Alright, y'all. It's gonna be a little shorter video, but I wanted to make a video on what I eat after a heavy lift. So, yes sir, I hit a heavy chest day today. Lots of heavy pressing, and then absolutely destroyed my triceps. So, I'm gonna show you guys how I recover from that food-wise. So, yes sir. Alright, so today I'm doing these two, they're bacon wrap fillets. Each of them's got 260 calories, 24 grams of protein, so that's 48 total, and then 520 total calories from those, and I'm gonna do some white rice with that. Really simple. Pretty easy to cook, man. I'm gonna use it I cook it in a cast iron skillet. I'm gonna cook it very slowly. It'll take about 20 minutes total to cook the fillets. And then the rice, you know, just put that shit in a rice cooker. Easy, easy, easy. But anyways, yeah, so like basically I'm gonna be getting some good quality protein. Then some good easy carbs to replenish all that glycogen that I absolutely burnt out at the gym. So anyways, I'll probably fast forward through this because, you know, who wants to watch me get these out, dry them off, and get the pan going and all that. But yes sir. But I mean, red meat's great. You know, you get a lot of like different minerals and vitamins and stuff that you normally you wouldn't get from chicken. And not to say that chicken's not great. Chicken's absolutely great, especially if you're cutting because it's so lean. And I mean, this has a lot more fat than chicken would, but I'm bulking, so you know. And honestly, man, I do my cardio. I work out insanely hard. I mean, you can tell, you know, pretty jacked. I'm still pretty lean, so I'm not too worried about fat at the moment. I'm not too worried about calories at the moment, because this is also a lot more calorie dense than chicken would be. But I got this drying off. I'm gonna go ahead and get the skillet going. I love doing cast iron because, you know, it's got like some seasoning in it already, and you only got to worry about like all that toxic metals and shit, you know, getting in your food and giving you cancer. So love using cast iron for as much as I can. I'm not gonna season these because they're bacon wrapped, so as I'm cooking them, a lot of that bacon grease will start seeping out into the meat, and it'll just give it this phenomenal flavor. So yeah, I will probably start the fast forwarding now, so you ain't gotta watch all this boring stuff. And yes sir. So I got the steaks cooking right now. There's not much I really need to do. I have them on a low setting for heat. Just kind of sitting there. They're slowly going to heat up because you got to be careful with the bacon. But today at the gym, I kept thinking to myself, I'm like, what do people strive for? You know? And what I mean by this is everybody striving to get money? Is everybody striving to get jacked? Is everybody just striving to be the best version of themselves? And I think it's an interesting question because if you look at it, I feel like majority of people aren't necessarily striving for anything. They're just living. They're just taking it day by day. And I think what that does is that limits your potential so much. Because if you don't set goals for yourself, if you don't have ambition, and you don't push yourself constantly, then one day you're gonna wake up however many years from now and look back and say, I wasted so much time, I wasted so much potential, I could have been something great. I could have been amazing. But I spent all this time taking it day by day and not actually striving for anything, and ended up wasting my life away. And so I was thinking about that, and I've done a lot of self-reflection, and I've thought about that for myself and what I'm striving for. And I want to be successful, I want to make a lot of money, and I want to help a lot of people. I want a lot of people to realize the actual benefit of starting to be focused, starting to put your fitness and your body first, starting to get your mind dialed in. Just changing all of your lazy habits and becoming an absolute animal. Not just in the gym, but in life. Taking everything by the balls and twisting it, And that's my goal. That's what I strive for. I strive to be the best at that. But what are everybody else like? What are their ambitions? What are they striving for? And that's a good question to think to yourself. I mean, what do you want to do? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? If you can't answer that question with a detailed response, then you need to take a step back and you need to think about what you really want out of life. Just saying. Anyways, I'm gonna cut back to the food. I'll probably, I'll cut back to the food. All right, I just flipped them. I'm getting pelted by grease right now, but I just flipped them. They got a really good sear on them. They look really good. They smell delicious. They got about another 8 minutes. They got about another 8 minutes till they're done. But I'm gonna clip this, and I'm gonna go ahead and transition to when they're finished. So I'll see you then. All right, I just took the steaks off of the skillet. They look phenomenal. I got them resting under some tinfoil right now. If you're not letting your steaks rest, you're doing it wrong. Always let your steaks rest at least 5 minutes. Under some tinfoil is good. You can actually do without the tinfoil. I prefer to do it with it. I throw a little bit of butter on the steaks and then put the tinfoil on top and melts that butter. Absolutely phenomenal. I got the white rice, it's cooked. I use this whenever I don't feel like making the white rice. Let me get that in the camera. So it's really healthy. It's just water and rice in this little bowl. You throw it in the microwave. It's like the perfect amount of rice. Super easy, really clean ingredients. I get it from Costco. You gotta be careful because some brands, there are some brands that do that. Oops. There are some brands that do that rice in the little packs you microwave. They have way too many ingredients. This one's super simple. It's two things, just water and rice. It's all you need. Anyways, I'm gonna let that finish resting. It's got about 3 more minutes. And then I will show you the finished product. All right, got the finished product here. Looks pretty damn good. Like I said, man, super simple. Took me maybe 20-25 minutes to make it, but it kind of checks all the boxes. And it doesn't have veggies, but I'm not a vagina, so I think I'll be fine. And I mean, dude, it smells wonderful. My mouth is watering, and I'm honestly tired of talking to the camera because I just want to eat. I'm so hungry. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe try to make this recipe at home or add your own little spin to it. Because ultimately, bro, if you want to get jacked, this is the type of stuff that's actually going to get you jacked. So, I'll see you in the next video.